I am Professor Manoj Baseshankar, Assistant Professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, Suryoday College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. Today I am going to share some information about ISRO. ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization or Bharatiya Antariksha Anusandhan Sangathan. ISRO is a space agency of Government of India and has its headquarters in the city of Bangalore in Karnataka state. Its vision is to harness space technology for national development while pursuing space science research and planetary exploration. The Indian National Committee for Space Research was established by Jawaharlal Nehru under the Department of Atomic Energy in 1962 with the urging scientist Vikram Sarabhai recognizing the need in space research. Also, in 1972, the government of India had set up a space commission and the Department of Space, bringing ISRO under Department of Space. The establishment of ISRO does any institutionalized space research activities in India. It is managed by Department of Space, which reports to the Prime Minister of India. Uh, Obviously, Vikram Sarabhai, recognized scientist, is the founder of Indian Space. ISRO was founded in on 15 August 1969. Currently, Mr. K. Sivan is the director of ISRO. We always see the logo of ISRO. Just little bit we will try to know the meaning of ISRO. Here, four blue dots or blue squares is the symbol indicates the satellites, uh, wings of satellites, and arrow or that orange color arrow is the symbol of launcher, satellite launcher. This is the meaning of ISRO. Overall, the logo represents ISRO vision, that is harness space technology for national development while pursuing space science research and planetary exploration. Uh, ISRO the main goal of ISRO is to use space technology and its application to various national tasks, and also it boost the Indian economic progress. The organizational structure, the organizational structure of ISRO is as this all the departments is directly report to the Prime Minister of India. It comes under Department of Space. ISRO, hello, ISRO. Uh, there are different comes under ISRO. VSSC, that is Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. FPSC, that is Liquid Propulsion System Center. Satish Dhawan Space Center, UR Rao Satellite Center, Space Application Center, National Reports Sensing Center, Human Space Flight Center, ISRO Internal System Unit, ISRO Propulsion Complex Development and Electrical Communication Unit, Master Control Facility. So this is these all centers comes under ISRO. Now facilities under ISRO are most of the facilities are concentrated on research. So research facilities, there are basically four types of facilities are provided under ISRO: research facilities, test facilities, construction and launch facilities, and tracking and control facilities. So for research facilities, there is Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, which is located at Thiruvananthapuram. In Vikram, under this facility, the largest ISRO base is also the main technical center and venue of development of satellite launch vehicles, polar satellite launch vehicles. The base support India's Thumbaj Equatorial Rocket Launching Station and the Rohini sounding rocket program. under this Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. This Vikram Sarabhai Space Center facility is also developing the JSLV series. Then another research facility is Liquid Propulsion System Center, which is located at Thiruvananthapuram. Then Physical Research Laboratory, which is located at Ahmedabad. Then Semiconductor Laboratory located at Chandigarh. National Atmospheric Research Laboratory located at Tirupati. Here the NARL carries out fundamental and applied research in atmospheric research. Then a Space Application Center, which is located at Ahmedabad, and Northeastern Space Application Center, which is located at Shillong. At this center, providing development support to Northeast by undertaking specific application projects using remote sensing, GIS, satellite communication, and conducting space science research. Then another facility under ISRO is a test facility. We have only one test facility center under the ISRO Propulsion Complex, which is located at Mahendragiri. Formerly, that ISRO Propulsion Complex, formerly called LPSC Mahendragiri, was declared a separate center. It handles testing and assembly of liquid propulsion control packages, liquid engines, and stages for launch vehicle and satellite. Then another facility under ISRO is construction and launch facility. Under this, URO Satellite Center, which is located at Bangalore. At this venue of 8 successful spacecraft project is also one of the main satellite technology bases of ISRO. This facility serves as a venue for implementing indigenous spacecraft in India. Then another construction launch facility is laboratory for electro-optic system, which is located at Bangalore. Then Satish Dhawan Space Center that at Sriharikota, and Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching, that is at Thiruvananthapuram. Then one of facility under ISRO is tracking and control facility. Under this facility is Indian Deep Space Network, which is located at Bangalore. This network receives, processes, archives, and distributes the spacecraft health data and payload data in real time. It can track and monitor satellites up to very large distances, even beyond the moon. Then under tracking and control facilities, there is a National Remote Sensing Center, which is located at Hyderabad, and ISRO Telemetry Tracking and Command Network, which is located at Bangalore headquarters. And facility located at Bhopal, and a Space Situation Awareness Control Center that located at Bangalore. So these are four facilities comes under ISRO. Then launchers. We should know the launchers. Launchers or launch vehicles are used to carry satellites or spacecraft to space. India has two operational launchers, that is Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, we will commonly known as PSLV, and Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle, that is GSLV. GSLV with indigenous cryogenic upper stage has enabled launching up to 2 tons of class communication satellite. The next variant of GSLV is GSLV Mk3 with indigenous high thrust cryogenic engine and stage having capacity of launching 4 tons class of communication satellite. So basically there are 5 types of launchers used by ISRO to launch or carry load to the space, that is SLV3, ASLV, PSLV, GSLV and GSLV Mk3. SLV, that is satellite launch vehicle. The satellite launch vehicle SLV or SLV3 was a 4-stage solid propellant light launcher. It was intended to reach a height of 500 kilometers and carry a payload of 40 kilograms or 888 pounds. Sorry, it first launch took place in 1979 with 2 more in each subsequent year, and the final launch was launcher of SLV was in 1983. Only 2 of its 4 test flights were successful. So that was not too much successful launcher SLV3. Then ASLV, that is Augmented Satellite Launch Vehicle. ASLV or Satellite Launch Vehicle was 5-stage solid propellant rocket with capability of placing a 150 kilogram satellite into low Earth orbit. That ASLV project was started during the early 1980s to develop technologies needed for a payload to be placed into a geostationary orbit. That ASLV's design was based on satellite SLV, that is satellite launch vehicle. The first launch test was held in 1987, and after that three others followed in 1988, 1992, and 1994, out of which only two were successful. Before that, ASLV was decommissioned. Then PSLV, that is Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. The PSLV is an expendable launch system developed by ISRO to allow India to launch its Indian remote sensing satellites into sun synchronous orbits. PSLV can also launch small satellites into geostationary transfer orbit. The reliability and versatility of the PSLV is proven by the fact that it has launched as of 2014 71 satellites into a variety of orbits. The maximum number of satellites launched by PSLV in a single launch is 104 in the PSLV C-37 launch on 15 February 2017. The next type of launcher is GSLV, that is Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle. The GSLV is an expandable launch system developed to enable India to launch its INSAT type satellites into geostationary orbit and to make India less independent on foreign rockets. At present, it is ISRO's second heaviest launch vehicle and is capable of putting a total payload of to 5 tons to low Earth orbit. The vehicle is built by India originally with a cryogenic engine purchased from Russia, with the ISRO developed its own cryogenic engine. Then launch vehicle on that is GSLV Mk3. GSLV is a launch vehicle capable to launch 4 tons satellite into geosynchronous transfer orbit. GSLV Mach 3 is a three-stage vehicle with a 10 tons core liquid propellant stage flanked by two 200-ton solid propellant strap on booster motors. The upper stage is cryogenic with propellant loading of 25 tons. This GSLV vehicle has a lift of mass of about 640 tons and is 43 to 44 meters tall. This approximate height of this launcher is 44 meters tall. The payload fairing has a diameter of 5 meter and payload volume of 100 cubic meter. It allows India to become less dependent on foreign rocket for heavy lifting. Then ISRO also build some satellites, communication satellites, that is support uh, different satellites are launched prepared by ISRO, that is communication satellite, Earth observation satellite, scientific spacecraft, navigation satellites, experimental satellite, small satellites, student satellites. So let us see some pictures of this satellite so that uh, you can imagine images of satellite. So first is a communication satellite. We supports telecommunication, television broadcasting, satellite news gathering, social applications, weather forecasting, disaster warning, and search and rescue operation services. Then second satellite is Earth observation satellite. As you see, the largest civilian remote sensing satellite constellation in the world. Thematic series of satellites supporting multitude of application in the area of land and water resources, cartography and ocean atmosphere. That is its application. Then third satellite looks like, that is scientific spacecraft for research in area like astronomy, astrophysics, planetary and earth sciences, atmospheric sciences and theoretical physics. Fourth one is nothing but navigation satellites. Navigation satellites look like this, like that fourth number image. Navigation satellites for navigation services to meet emerging demand of the civil aviation requirements and to meet the user requirements of the positioning, navigation and timing based on the independent satellite navigation system. The fifth one is experimental satellite, a host of small satellites mainly for the experimental purposes. These experiments include remote sensing, atmospheric studies, payload development, orbit control, recovery technology, or then extra other works. Then some small satellites, that is up to subsequent weight of 500 kg class satellites, platform for standalone payload for Earth imaging and science missions with quick turn around time. And last one is nothing but student satellites. ISRO student satellites program is envisaged to encourage various universities and institutions for the development of nano or pico satellites. Then major projects undertaken under ISRO, under the head of ISRO, that is Chandrayaan 1 Mars orbiter mission, that is Mangalyaan, Chandrayaan 2. These are the major projects which handle ISRO. Chandrayaan 1, India's first mission. Chandrayaan 1 was the India's first mission to the moon. Chandrayaan 1 was India's first mission to the moon. The robotic lunar exploration mission included lunar orbiter and an impactor called Moon Impact Probe. ISRO launched the spacecraft using a modified version of PSLV on October 2008 from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. The vehicle was inserted into lunar orbit on 8 November 2008. It carried high resolution remote sensing equipment for visible near infrared and soft and hard X-ray frequencies during its 312 days operational period, nearly, uh, but that was 2-year plan. It surveyed the lunar surface to produce a complete map of its chemical characteristics and three-dimensional topography. The polar regions of the special interest, as they possibly had ice deposit. The spacecraft carried 11 instruments, 5 Indian and 6 from foreign institutes and space agencies, which were carried free of cost. Chandrayaan 1 became the first lunar mission to discover existence of water on the moon, and the Chandrayaan under Chandrayaan 1 mission, 166 team was awarded the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics Space 2009 award, the International Lunar Exploration Working Group International Cooperation Award in 2008, and the National Space Society 2009 Space Pioneer Award in the Science and Engineering category. So Chandrayaan 1 mission also got 3 awards. Then another mission under ISRO was the Mars orbiter mission, that is Mangalyaan. The Mars orbiter mission, informally known as Mangalyaan, was launched into Earth orbit on 5th November of 2013 by the Indian Space Research Organization and has entered Mars orbit on 24th September 2014. India thus became the first country to enter Mars orbit on its first attempt. It was completed at a record low cost of $74 million. Mars orbiter mission was placed into Mars orbit on 24 September 2014 at 8:23 a.m. India Standard Time. The spacecraft had a launch mass of 1.3 ton with 15 kg of 5 scientific instrument as payload. The National Space Society awarded the Mars orbiter mission, that is Mangalyaan mission team, 2015 Space Pioneer Award in the Science and Engineering category. Then another mission under ISRO, that is Chandrayaan 2, is second mission on the moon, which included an orbiter, lander and a rover. Chandrayaan 2 was launched on geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle Mark 3, that is GSLV Mark 3, on 22 July 2019, consisted of a lunar orbiter, the Vikram lander and the Pragyan lunar rover, all of which were developed in India. Chandrayaan 2 is the first mission meant to explore the little explored lunar south pole region. The main objective of the Chandrayaan 2 mission is to demonstrate ISRO's ability to soft land on the lunar surface and operate a robotic rover on the surface. Some of its scientific aims are to conduct studies of lunar topography, mineralogy, elemental abundance, the lunar exosphere, and signatures of hydroxyl and water ice. The Vikram lander carrying the Pragyan rover was scheduled to land on the near side of the moon in a south polar region at the latitude of about 70 degrees south approximately. These are the three major missions. Then future extraterrestrial exploration. Future ISRO plan to follow up with Mars orbital mission 2 also, that is its future project. ISRO plan to again assessing mission to Venus, Sun and near Earth objects such as asteroids and comets. uh, for assessing suns, that craft name is Aditya L1, which is estimated in the year to 2020, and PSLV type of launch vehicle was used. For Chandrayaan 3, ISRO want to plan to use GSLV, that is geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle, which is expected in 2021. And for Venus, Shukrayaan 1, that is craft name was craft name is a Shukrayaan 1, which is planned to launch by GSLV type vehicle in 2023. For Jupiter, time limit is uh, not fixed. And for Mars, that is Mangalyaan 2, that is expected in 2024, which may be launched by GSLV Mark 3 type of launcher. So these are some references I use to share about ISRO. Thank you for patient listening. Thank you very much.